Hello everybody, welcome back to today's video. It is coming to the end of the week now, and we are doing silage in 2025. Not very good quality at the moment. I'm walking to go see the silage field. We're just walking to one of them now. So Dad's done the mowing whilst I was at school. So there wasn't much grass because it's so dry. So we won't have any extra bales, but luckily we've got quite a few from last year, which we'll show you just in a sec. But we're going to go down and we're going to see the rake. He's raking up a few of the big fields, I think. He'll do some more tomorrow when they come back with the forager. But so we're in the first field now. Here it is. See, well, this top bit never really gets much on here because it's obviously driven on the most, especially this bit here where we put the dirt from that track. So there's not much here at all because it's new grass, so it's not going to come up very well, and it wasn't done very long. But yeah, so you can see there's not really anything up on here. So we have around about 40 silage bales left from last year, which is a good amount to have left, but we could do with a few more really, because normally we end up having some bales off of this field because we never normally get this into the clamp. But we've got one field which we didn't do last year and we're not doing this year because there's no grass on it, and we haven't got much grass, so as you can see there isn't much on here. So it will all fit in the clamp probably, and it means that we will have to hope that we get some good cuts of silage bales later. Otherwise we're going to have to try and find someone who we can get some off of, because we're going to have none. But this field is probably the worst field of them all, I would say, because this field, it didn't get any muck in the autumn like the rest of them, so that didn't help. But there's some tall grass under there, but that'll be for the cows when they come in here eventually. But it got fertiliser, all the fields got fertiliser, but none of them really, nothing went in because it was too dry. There was no real moisture to. There's a bit now and again, but you can see over on these fields there's just nothing really, and it's pretty disappointing. There's actually a few patches here and there. That's a big patch just there and down the bottom. That's where my dad missed the fertiliser. This top bit's also quite bad always because this is how we get the trailers from when we bring the bales, bring them down here, along here. So it's not used enough to put a track in, but it is used, so that's why there's not really any grass here. But yeah, so this field is probably the worst of them all because it's had fertiliser but no muck, and there's no rain to wash the fertiliser in. So this field in here, it's got muck and fertiliser, so at least it's got the muck to help it, but like I said, fertiliser won't have washed in. So this field isn't, well, it's not too bad, but it came back quite quickly towards the end, I would say. It was looking like it was going to be a terrible field until sort of maybe last sort of month it started shooting up quite quickly, but even that's not done enough. As you can see, it's just not the amount that enough volume, but you can see there's quite a lot left underneath as well. Probably could have gone down a little bit more on the mowers, so that doesn't really help. That there's been could have gotten a little bit more off maybe. But so yeah, the rake's in the next field over, so we'll have a look at that. But yeah, so this is just, well, I've seen a lot of other YouTubers, right? Farm Theory, Tom Pemberton. He looks like he's got some good amount of silage, but just not us. I think they got more rain over their way, so we're just not getting enough moisture, and there's still no rain showed up actually for quite a bit longer. It was meant to be raining the last 2 days, but none of that rain ever showed up. So, and it was high percent chance as well. But anyway, we'll get over into the next field and we'll see what's going on in there. So, we're here in the field. Rakeman has actually just finished. I'm not sure if he's going in that field down the bottom or if he's going in that field. I'll have to wait and see, but he's just folding up down there. I forgot to mention, this is why the video is quite late this week, because obviously I couldn't move the mowing forward. So there will be silaging video, but that will be next week. I couldn't get back to do a video on the mowing, unfortunately, but we'll be able to see the foraging, and I'm not sure, but I think contractors may have possibly some demos. I think they're demoing some class equipment, so we'll be able to see that. This field's mown a lot nicer. These rows are looking pretty good in this field, but it helps that this field was reseeded. I think it was a year ago, last year, or 2024 or 2023. It wasn't ploughed up and all that. They came along on a direct drill and just put some more grass seed into just straight on top of it. So it has got that extra boost. They're quite wide swaths, quite tall as well. So hopefully this could make up for some of it. That field down the bottom is pretty bad, but that's always not the best anyway, so not really surprising. But yeah, so I think maybe it's just, we'll have to try and make sure we get some good growth come back. The other thing is that because this is a reseed, it will hopefully come back a bit easier, because it's got the new grass in it, so it should be coming back a lot quicker maybe, because this field we do for some second cut silage bales, which we do always need, obviously. But yeah, so hopefully it will be able to come back pretty easily. But we'll just pop into the next field and we'll have a look at the rake going. So we've finally managed to catch up with the rake. He's just doing his first headland. Just zoom in on him there. So they've got a 4-rotor rake, pretty sure it's a 4-rotor, on a, not sure what it is, I know it's a T7, I'm not sure which model T7 it is, but yeah, so there's not a high amount of grass in here. This field also didn't get any muck, so it's not like the fertiliser can make up for it. But yeah, there's a few odd bits that have got a good bit of grass here and there maybe, but just not the clear volume obviously. But it's looking alright on that over there. Don't know if you can see, we'll go over there in a bit. But it looks like this, obviously the first headland's always good for grass, so that's fine. But yeah, so well, we'll just have to see how much grass we really get for this year. Just got to make sure we've got enough to get through winter, but I think everyone's going to be in the same boat maybe, or at least down our way, because everyone down here hasn't got the volume really. But here is the rake. Try and see what model it is. I know they used to have a 2-rotor, I think it's a class liner rake. I think they've still got it for like small hay meadows or something, but they've got this big one now for all their silage ground. It's T7210 on that. We'll have a look at one of the swaths. It's got some big tyres on it, that's for sure. But yeah, it's not the worst, but it's obviously not the best. Quite wide swaths, it's not very tall, but like I said, it'll get worse probably because the headland always does the best. But we'll have to wait and see what it's like in the clamp when we're all finished. I'll do a before and after shot. We've got some left over in the clamp from 2023 actually. So we'll have to join it to that, but at least we've got some extra. So that should give us a boost, actually. We'll go across and we'll have a look at him a bit closer up. So, having a look at that, it seems like there's more in the row after it's rowed up than before. So maybe, well, it's not particularly great, obviously, but it's not too bad. It's not wet, it's not like hay though, that's good. It's got a good amount of moisture to it, and it still looks quite green, which is good. And there's a good bit left underneath. The heifers will probably be put in here after to just pick up all of the little bits around the edges there that haven't been mowed and any bits that are missed by the forager. But yeah, so not too bad. There's still a little bit for them to pick up here, which they'll like. But like I said, it could be worse, but it could be better. Just got to hope that next year we can get a better cut off of it. So that is it for today's video. We've had a look at the rake going, we've had a look at the mowing field, as you can see behind me there. Looking very good. So we'll be back next week for the not the maize video, the silage video of the chopping and the pit and everything. So you'll have to wait and see for that. Trying to get a good camera angle. But yeah, we'll be back. Well, it'll be tomorrow, the chopping, but video won't be up until next week. So yeah, video's late this week because I had to wait, but video will be the same time as normal next week. So I hope you all have enjoyed this week's video. A little bit of mowing, as you can see there. Well, no, not mowing, but looking at mowed field and having a look at the raking and stuff. But we'll be back for the silaging video tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Next week. But until then, bye for now.